Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, and we are here with Kaya and her new mate Courage as they are trying to learn to work together and earn a little bit more experience for them just to gain a bit of experience in the wild before they move on to Slough Creek. So these two have never hunted together, so I figured we should probably give them a chance to do that, and then we will be off to Slough Creek where we will raise their first litter of puppies, and hopefully things will go well. Now, Kaya has the ability to save any puppy that dies on the journey to the summer hunting grounds. She can only use it once per litter though. So even though she can save any puppy no matter how they die, if two puppies die, she can only save the first. And she would do that by reloading an autosave or a save if that was the nearest files she had. Whatever save was most recent, she can reload it to rescue a puppy from death, but only on the journey to the summer hunting grounds and only once per litter. Now, her challenge is that she must use the Aspen Heights den because she is a very skittish wolf, and she was actually attacked by another wolf when she was little at the special den, which unlocks, we haven't even unlocked it yet, but the Bison Peak Cutoff den is actually a lot closer to that wolf territory, so there's no way she would risk that. And when she and her siblings helped raise the next litter, her younger brother, I think it was Rowan, was attacked by a stranger wolf. And oh gosh, okay, there goes the elk. Okay. Courage, what are you doing? Courage, we need to work together. She doesn't want to go to either of those dens. That happened at the Canyon Cliffs den. She doesn't want to go to either of those dens because she remembers they were attacked by stranger wolves. So she's determined to go to the Aspen Heights den, which is the farthest den from any of the stranger wolf territories. So she hopes that will be a little bit safer. And so she will have to raise all 4 of her litters at the Aspen Heights den, which, although it is indeed far from stranger wolf territory, it is also very far from the summer hunting grounds. She would have to go almost all the way across the map to be able to reach the summer hunting grounds. So it could potentially be very dangerous. It was actually the first den that Katari and Tarrell chose, and it was the last den as well, but we saw the last time we used that den how 2 of the puppies did not survive the journey. In fact, Rayra didn't even make it to the beginning of the journey. She was unfortunately attacked by a coyote before they were even able to leave the den, but Hurricane was taken by an eagle, unfortunately, just as they were leaving. Katari couldn't get back to him in time, and Kaya did not see that. In fact, that litter would be occurring simultaneously, and yeah, technically it's the same den, but we're also going off the idea that since we have so many wolves, they can't all share the same dens in the same year, so even though we only have the one map to play on, we're kind of saying it takes place at maybe in different locations, perhaps to an extent. There's going to be a little bit of discrepancy there just because of the fact that there's a limited number of dens. But, so that would be actually going on about probably the same, it'd probably be about the same time frame, but maybe also it happened earlier or later in the year. So they wouldn't have coincided with Kaya and Courage coming to the den. But it was indeed, like, that would be what's going on now, because right now Kaya is only 2 years old, and so she stayed to raise the next litter, which would be the 3rd litter, but now she dispersed before the 4th litter. So I try to keep the time frame sort of consistent, even though we do have a limited number of locations. Oh, good job, Courage. Chase her right into a tree and get her stuck. That helps. I mean, if it works, it definitely helps, but it's kind of a weird tactic. Oh, now Kaya's taken it up, it seems. Oh my goodness, that's funny. It's funny how even the mates tend to develop their own personalities and their own things. Like, Tarrell was notoriously good for, wow, these guys are really efficient. But Tarrell was notoriously good at the water crossings. And it seems like Courage may be very strong in hunting elk. They have been doing a very good job so far. They've already brought down 2 elk. Now, we're not going to kill too many. And also, keep in mind that in the wild, wolves would not end up mass killing elk like we tend to do here. They would only hunt for what they need. They don't really necessarily plan ahead. They usually hunt as they need food. But in the game, it's going to be a little bit unrealistic because it is a game. So they can't, much as they've tried their best to do a really good job, and they have done a very good job, but even so, there's only so much realism you can get in a game without making it very difficult to actually play, or without making it hard to keep people from losing interest, because also in real life wolves sleep quite a bit. And in the game you don't have to sleep much at all, but I think wolves tend to sleep for quite a large portion of the day, and so to make a game that completely realistically mirrors that would be kind of a boring game. So there's only so much realism they can get in, but for as far as keeping it realistic and how possible it is, they've done an excellent job. So how much experience do we have? If we go pack stats, we've got 1270. Let's go ahead. I think we will head to Slough Creek this time, because it seems like they are hunting quite well together. And we'll go and do a little bit more hunting in the creek area. So we just got to head up, and what it will do, and we did get an autosave, which is good. But it will just let us go to Slough Creek like this. That's actually, I don't think I've ever shown the transition. It's always fallen between episodes. So it just goes straight in like this. So it kind of skips through the winter. This is the very end of winter. But they have traveled from Amethyst Mountain to Slough Creek and now have to look for a den. And Kaya knows exactly where she's going. She is going to head over to the Aspen Heights den over this way. And that one does have, you can see if you look, it's the one up in the upper right corner. It has an elk hunting ground fairly close. Not as close as the Bison Peak Cutoff Den does, but it's quite far from the nearest pack, which is the Upland Meadows pack. I believe, to correspond to the ones that are in Amethyst Mountain, I believe that would be the Slough Creek pack. Or not the Slough Creek, I think it's just the Slough pack. The one in the plains. Actually, where she found Courage. He was probably kind of sneaking around in their territory too. And the thing is, because Kaya is very suspicious of stranger wolves, but it's a different sort of suspicion than her mother. Her mother, Katari, was more afraid of betrayal, versus Kaya is more afraid of outright attack. She doesn't think so much about veiled interests other wolves might have, and in real life, wolves really don't have that. We are putting quite a bit of personification on them, but it's for the sake of the story. So keep in mind that we are not even going to be, oh, it's a white bunny! I forgot they did that! We're running out of stamina, but we're going to catch this. I forgot they changed colors. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they changed colors now. That's a new thing. That's from the Moose update, I believe. But they changed colors. It's so cool. I don't know if I've actually seen one of the white bunnies. I think I've only seen the summer coats, because some types of hair will actually change. I think technically they're hares. They're not bunnies. There's a difference. There's a difference between hares and rabbits. But some will end up changing their coat color. So like the Arctic hare is known for that. So they'll be brown in the summertime and white in the wintertime. And there are other creatures that will do it as well, like, I believe they're called stoats will do it, or they may be called ermine, I forget. It's a type, they're in the weasel family, but there's a type of, there's a creature in the weasel family that will change its coat according to the season as well. There's different creatures will do that because it helps them blend in. Arctic foxes will be brown in the summertime and white in the wintertime. Or actually, they tend to be kind of sometimes darker, blackish, almost blue sometimes. It depends on the fox. But some creatures will change. I wonder if the foxes in this change color. I'm actually not sure. I don't see a lot of the animals in the wintertime because I don't always spend a lot of time in the wintertime here. So it's very possible that the foxes do it too, and I just had forgotten or not known. I should know these things. I helped test this game, but sometimes I forget things. And there are a lot of little changes that go on that can be very hard to keep track of. So we will be making this our den. And it should complete the mission. There we go. Now I have to mark a territory. But we're actually going to run down to this elk hunting ground. And And we will go ahead and hunt some elk. This is actually kind of almost becoming like the ancestral den, because I think this is where Shaster came too. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's where Shaster came. Shaster and his mate Aspen, who is actually named after this den. And Aspen was from one of our community events. Now, do we see the ravens? If we look, you can use scent view, but you can also just look, yeah, you can see the ravens, and if you run towards them, there comes the elk herd. Ravens sometimes do follow the elk herd around because they can scavenge off of kills that predators make. And is that, it's grass. Okay, so which one of these do we want to chase? Now, Kaya is a very, very fast wolf. She has like something like 85% speed, but she doesn't have a lot of stamina, and she has even less strength. You can see she's hardly even making a dent in this elk's health. And it'd be nice. Yep, there comes Courage. Let's turn names on so we can track him more easily. But, so yeah, that's kind of, I forgot where I was going. I had a thought and I lost it. Don't you hate when that happens? It's like you're in the middle of a sentence and it's just like, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. That's fun. But I'm going to actually call him off because we want to get a little closer to our territory. Oh, he has such a cute howl. Oh my goodness, that's a cute howl. I forget what Kaya's sounds like. I'll have to have her howl again when we can really listen and not just cut it off to keep herding the elk. Once we kill this elk, we can do a little victory howl, and I forget which one she has. I don't think she sounds like her mom. I know a couple of her siblings did. I think Cassidy did. Okay, oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's always good to have elk pretty close to the den. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a howl. Oh! That is precious. Okay, hopefully he'll eat, because I hope I didn't interrupt him from eating. I interrupted him from eating, didn't I? Sorry, Courage. We'll hunt another one, and then we can eat off of that one. But they are a great hunting team. Oh my goodness. I think they may even be better at it than Katari and Tarrell were. Katari and Tarrell were pretty good at hunting, but these guys are already doing, like, they're making short work of these elk. And remember, we do want to chase some of them across the map to be able to attack or to eat from them on our way to the summer hunting ground. So we'll go ahead and chase this one since she's running. I'll give her a little nip because that should send Courage after her. And I'll give her several little nips probably. And then kind of try and fall back. We'll let Courage take over because I think he's a little stronger when it comes to if we can get him to... How much did... Yeah, he definitely does more damage than we do. Kaya hardly does any damage at all, but we shall go ahead, and this should get us... You can see we still need to earn we need to earn up to 2,000 experience points, which we will earn some of that by peeing on things. But okay, is he going to cause... No, but we do want to we want to start attacking full force now because there we go. Okay, there we go. Right next to the other elk carcass. Courage, are you coming? There we go. It's helpful to have him here to be able to deal some extra damage. If we can just drop like a cluster of elk carcasses here, that would be beautiful. And usually, like I said, wolves will not mass hunt like this, but for the sake of the game and the mechanics, it sometimes works better in single player. Now, they did recently release an update that makes it more difficult and more dangerous to mass hunt in multiplayer, which is, I think, is a good thing because you usually have more people. And so there's not always as much need to mass hunt. But it's a little bit easier to just say, hey, let's go hunt real fast, and it goes very quickly. But as far as in single player when it comes to raising puppies, and even in multiplayer when it comes to raising puppies, if you don't have as many people, it can be good to drop a few elk by the den. So I'm going to give her a little nip so Courage will start coming, maybe several. I don't want to drain her stamina too much. There we go. Oh, especially when she does this. Our stamina's so low. No. No, no, Courage, you're chasing her the wrong way. We gotta get in here and turn her back around. How much health does she have? About halfway. Now that she's going the right way, we'll give her a couple more nips on the behind just to encourage her in the right way. So we'll just, I don't know how, oh, no. We gotta leave her, or not leave her, but not keep attacking so aggressively. We gotta turn her around and chase her back down towards the den because she's getting really low on health. Alright, now we'll start attacking, probably. I think? Yep, here goes the den. Apparently Courage says yes. Courage says we're attacking now, so I guess we're attacking. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. We're gonna, like, drop her inside a tree, apparently. Now Kaya's in the tree. There we go. Oh, good. Courage is gonna eat now. Because he got interrupted. We howled, and that stopped him from eating last time. So here's the others. Oi, ravens, get out of here. There we go. They're eating our carcasses already. But we'll go ahead, and we do want to just bring down several so we have enough food. This is going to be a challenging year because it is their first litter, so they don't have a lot of experience yet. They're not used to this. And where is the herd? I think... Oh, it just came this way, apparently. That'll actually work out really well because we'll be able to chase some of them a little further, except now we actually have to take them down from being able to... Maybe I'll let Courage do that because he's a little stronger, and so he'll be able to do it quickly, and then we can just come in and chase. If we come in from the side, she's still kicking him. There we go. Okay. Kaya just doesn't do as much damage, and so if we take too much damage while we are... just beginning to chase, and in fact, yeah, we'll chase this one down a little ways. We're not going to space him as far as we did. Oh, no. Oh, Courage. Dang it, Courage. Oh gosh, I did it again. When you howl, I forget they don't actually come back to you. They stop to howl. Hopefully he'll come. There we go. Now, I just want her to back up a little ways. Because if we look at the map... We're getting there. Is that actually... Actually, this is not bad positioning. Yeah, this is actually pretty good positioning. Okay. I think Courage went to go eat, so we'll have to finish up this elk on our own. Which he should go eat. Hopefully. Where's he going? He's probably going back to one of the ones by the den. Because, yeah, he's pretty worn out. We'll go ahead and I'll start working on another one. And we do want to put them a little closer together this time if we can, because last time it was a bit of a stretch for some of the carcasses. There we go. We'll just run in. We want to try and make sure we're between the, pretty much the straight line between the den and the, where's the other one we just killed? Up there. Between the den and the summer hunting grounds when we drop the elk, because that helps quite a bit. Now let's see. Alrighty. We're going to just dash in, and then once it comes time to actually dealing the final blows once she turns around. Oh, come on, we're almost there, huh? There we go. Yep, then we'll back off and we'll wait for Courage to come back. Where is he even? He's right here. Where's he going? He's going to the hare carcass. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna kind of make sure she's in a good position, which I think she is. Maybe we will go ahead and just start taking her out if we can. I don't want Kaya to get too low on health, though, because we don't want her to die. Courage, your help would be appreciated. Your help would definitely be appreciated. Courage! How weak is she? Can we do this? Can we do this? Oh, we should be able to do it. Ooh, that was a little too close for comfort. Yeah, definitely a little bit too close for comfort. So let's go ahead and we'll eat here. He's gonna come now and eat. I'm glad he's eating, but it would have been nice to have him on that hunt. So we'll go ahead, we'll go back, and we may have to finish up some of this hunting next time, or maybe I will just go ahead and do it off camera. We'll have to see. But we'll go ahead, we'll chase one more, we'll leave the other two, and we'll leave the bull. In fact, we'll go after one of the elk that's up here, because that way we won't even have to mess with the bull. And we'll just chase her down. Okay, this way's fine. Alright, good job, Courage. Chase her this way, though, if we can. Where's the other carcass? It's further off that way. I want her to turn. There we go. Yep, if we chase her further this way, we should be able to get... If we get past the old oxbow here, I'll run in and do a little bit. Oop, I don't necessarily want... Maybe I can detain him a little bit. Oh, I definitely don't want him killing her in the water, or trying to, or stopping her in the water, because we can chase her out, but it's kind of irritating. Alright, here we go. Let's try and drop her. Okay, now we can take her down. And I'm going to wait for Courage to come help. Hopefully he will. There we go. He'll come help us. Good. They are pretty good at hunting. Courage just gets a little confused. They may be not the best at communication. So we will go ahead and leave them here, and next time you can see we have a nice little line of carcasses leading back to our den, and then next time we will be hunting a few more along the way to the summer hunting grounds, and probably welcoming, hopefully welcoming at least, depending on how long the hunting takes, our first litter of wolf pups with Kaya and Courage. But until then, I'll see you later. This is Jay, over and out.